What is happening, everybody? It's been a while since I did any vlogs of any kind. I've been so busy with my job, working 5 days straight in a row, that when I come home, I'm usually tired as hell. I want to sit in my chair here, see what's on the internet, look on YouTube, look on what's going on around the world, you know, and that's pretty much about it so far. I know tomorrow night when I get done, I'm going to be working on another dark techno set there. I already have a couple things in mind what to add to it there. I tried recording it earlier, but some shit came up at the last minute. So tomorrow night when I get done for my job, I will definitely work on that. Definitely have that uploaded before the end of the weekend. Okay, other than that, everything's going good over on my end here. I recovered well from the cold I had last week, or actually 2 weeks ago there. I think I may have had the 24-hour flu. No COVID, thank goodness. Either way, I heard about this earlier this evening here, and seems that Vince McMahon, the CEO of the WWE, is currently being investigated by the company's board for apparently agreeing to pay a secret $3 million settlement to a former employee he allegedly had an affair with, according to a report by the Wall Street Journal. Now, the separation agreement, which was reportedly made this past January, prevents the former unnamed employee from, quote, discussing her relationship with Mr. McMahon or disparaging him, according to the Journal. The investigation begun this past April and has, quote, unearthed other older non-disclosure agreements involving claims by former female WWE employees of misconduct by Mr. McMahon. The Journal said other misconduct claims were reportedly found against John Laurinaitis, who was the company's head of talent relations. Excuse me. The WWE board was sent an email March 30th that alleged that McMahon, who by the way is 67 years old and is still beefed up, he hired the employee, quote, at a salary of $100,000, but increased it to $200,000 after beginning a sexual relationship with her. The email also alleges that McMahon gave the former employee, who was 41 years old, was hired as what is called paralegal, like a toy, to Mr. Laurinaitis. Now, the WWE did not immediately return any requests for comment on this story. However, in the statement by the Wall Street Journal, a company spokesperson said the WWE is cooperating with the investigation and that McMahon's relationship to the former employee was consensual. Really? It's hard to... I have to question that there. The Journal notes that WWE's board is made up of WWE executives and even members of McMahon's own family, including his daughter Stephanie, who is the CBO, Chief Brand Officer of that company, who currently right now is taking a hiatus from the company. You don't know, possibly, maybe, but she probably found out about this ahead of time and wanted to step away until the heat was lowered down a bit, I guess you say. Other members of this board and of executives is his son-in-law, Paul Levesque, aka Triple H. McMahon has a majority of the shareholders' voting power, it also says here. Now, McMahon has been an integral part of the WWE for decades, both behind the scenes and in the ring as well. Remember his heavy involvement during the Attitude Era. He was in the ring a lot of times, battling Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, the CEO has helped turn the company into a media powerhouse, which included deals with Fox TV, NBC Universal, Saudi Arabia, the Crown Jewel pay-per-view events that go on in that country there. And he's also helped create many famous wrestlers like Hulk Hogan, John Cena, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and the man I just mentioned, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, when you think about McMahon's past history, this should come as to no surprise. I remember reading in a couple articles back in the 80s that McMahon had some affairs behind his wife Linda's back. Something he said back then that he was not proud of. And the WWE, by the way, is no stranger to scandals. Just as well there. Back around 1992, there was a sex scandal going on between some of the executives and employees, the wrestlers. One female who was briefly their referee alleged that McMahon called her to her office, to which he relentlessly hit up on her and didn't take no for an answer. A couple years later, you may remember the steroid scandal that plagued the WWF, as it was called at that time. One performer who went under the name Nails alleged in court that McMahon encouraged him to take steroids so he could beef up his body a little bit more. Remember, McMahon wants his superstars to look like superheroes, no matter what. No flubby tummies or any of that sort there. I think if I remember, the last wrestlers or superstars he had employed that were basically big fat guys were Earthquake and Typhoon. If there's others that came after them, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Well, all I could say is we'll have to wait and see what comes out of this in the coming days. I know Shansu Entertainment was live earlier this evening, reporting on this whole situation here. I wanted to call in and say hi to the guy like I did many months back there, but I got occupied with some shit that coming up at the last minute, as always. Well, all I could say is, let's see what comes out after this. In the meantime, leave your thoughts and comments below. Subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and also the notification bell. And enjoy your weekend coming up, everybody. Bye-bye.